Hello, Skipper. Are you there, bud?
Yeah, I'm here. I got you.
All right. Unfortunately, I ended up passing out. I'm almost set up here, though. I just gotta. I
Take
left
your
my damn
time.
head.
I actually, for some reason, it's switching all my Bluetooths going through each of them, so I gotta clear that out. Yeah, I'm here. I got you.
Oh, turn this down. Holy crap! I forgot I got that turned up. Okie dokie. There we are. We are on there. Still waiting on Eric, but he'll be here shortly, I'm sure. So, welcome in, everybody. For those of you who do not know, this is Skipper. He comes from the Veteran Nation Foundation channel, and we're going to looking forward to doing some collaboration stuff together. So, yeah, I forgot to grab my headset. We'll grab that, and then we're going to head back outside. Oh, I guess this would be good to have too. I do things that I am not supposed to do. Sherry's on lunch break. That's awesome. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. Oh, Discord had the link from you. Give me 1 second and I'll resend it to you. Eric, give me 1 second, bud. Yay, Sherry's here for the show. Oh, and look at that. I come outside and the star of the show is here already. So let me get her on camera because we all know it's the animals that they really come to see, you know? They listen to us but come to see the animals. So there's little girl. Hey, there's a Dave, and who else we got in here? We got Ohana Chris. We've got Running Bears in here. So we got a pretty good crowd here for the first 5 minutes. Move. No, goes that way. There we go. So how's everyone doing? Y'all having a good... It's still facing the wrong direction. I'm sorry. You're looking down at the ground. This is what happens when I do stuff I'm not supposed to do. I end up passing out for a little bit, and Caitlin did not wake me up. Hey, Thomas is in here. That's great. Good to see you. Let me shoot Eric that link real quick. I will be, well, you know what? I can steal it on the other phone and resend it. That way I don't have to bring the, I don't have to take the stream down. Because with this, if you don't, if you take the thing down, it'll take and kill the
Does it mess with
video.
your whole stream?
Eric, where do you want me to send this to? That's the question of the day. Why is this thing showing the wrong direction again? Rumble Studio is great when it works, but when it doesn't want to work right, it's such a pain in the ass.
You got me okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you great.
Okay. I had to go a little bit higher up so I could get a better connection where I'm at.
Gotcha, yeah. Unfortunately, oh, he says he's trying to log in. Okay. Well, we'll pull you in when you get here. No big deal. We'll make it work, bud. But yeah, Now with this, there's a 15-second delay between us and the people watching. Just so you know that. So
Okay.
Yeah, we do that quite a bit where we're talking and they're like, why aren't they answering us? And I'm like, they will in a second. Just hold on. Hi, Jill. Welcome in. Now, can you see the chat as well?
Not at the moment. I just clicked to see the chat, and it didn't come up with a live chat, but I did see where it has made that ability. It says no one's chatting. So I don't know if that's the case or.
No, they're chatting. These ladies and gentlemen are professional chatters. Let me tell you, they'll keep us busy. So,
if it doesn't come up, you might have to read what they're asking. So.
Yep, I will definitely do that. Chris says I have to reschedule Friday's show. Forgot about a dentist appointment. Okay, Chris, not a problem, bud. We'll definitely take care of that. Yeah, I think I got everyone else. Holy shit, Boats. Boats says I have a voice for radio, or he has a voice for radio. Which one is it, Boats? I guess he's talking about you, Skipper, because
I know I've got a face for radio. That's for sure.
that's what he tells me. He tells me that I shouldn't be on stream here. But
I've got a couple videos where I practiced an announcer voice as I'm like driving into work, because if I'm not, there's nothing good on the radio, I'll just go in my mind and just start thinking of things and doing voices and just having fun.
Yeah. Hey, life's about that, man. You gotta make life fun, or it'll drive you insane.
I think I could be on a deserted island for like a year.
Boat says I would like to plead the fifth. I can go grab a fifth and we can drink it. I've got caramel apple Crown Royal. I've got the honey Jack Daniels. I've got amaretto, and what's the last one? Oh, the Hayden something bourbon. It's from Jim Beam. So I'm sure we can find something that you'd like to drink if you're a drinker. I'm only about an hour and a half from Yangling Brewery.
Nice.
So, we could always go down there and take it and do a tour. If you're in the motorcycles, Harley Davidson's right across the river from me in York. That's about a 45-minute drive. So,
I'll give a quick plug. There's a Marine that I knew while I was active duty, and he retired as a major, and now he sells his own scotch. It's called Fior Scotch, and I've got a bottle of it. In fact, I was drinking some last night.
We got an Eric. Allow. I said allow. This thing's gonna piss me off. Eric, I'm hitting the button to allow. Hi, Ron. Welcome in. Papa Smurf Ron just popped here. He's one of my admins on YouTube. He's a good dude.
He's been commenting on some of my videos. Good guy.
Yeah, I think he came over. Oh, do we finally have? Did we finally let him in? Do we have an Eric? I do not see an Eric. So I think it kicked him out. Let me. But yeah, Skipper is an ex-Marine, right? Or are you still
Yeah,
I was gonna say, are you still
I'm
in the
still
reserve?
technically in the IRR.
Okay. No, I don't want to get it wrong. If I get stuff wrong, then they'll mercilessly roast me on Discord later. So it's all in good fun. I understand that. Hey, we got Mike in here today too. How you doing, Mike? I figured Mike would be out on the motorcycle today, with as nice as it is. I'm sure he was out earlier though. Mike is one of our resident artists. If you go into the art section, he does these really amazing drawings. Usually he does portraits for Gold Star families. So
Okay.
yeah, he does some really good stuff. That's one thing.
Very nice.
Once we get the foundation up and running, I'd like to put money towards taking and helping Gold Star families cover that cost so that they don't have to pay out of pocket and Mike can still get paid and do what he does. So. I was out in the sun all day. So, do y'all have any questions for Skipper? James says, hi, Boats. Boats said hi to Crayons. So.
Yeah, us Marines and our crayons, we love them.
I'll tell you what, I know a lot of Marines. The Mission Barbecue in Lancaster that I go to, a friend of mine that I went to school with is the one who was there and got that off the ground. And then I have a friend in Texas whose name's Phil. He is one of the most, I guess you would consider the poster child for the Marines. Always moving, always coming up with this crazy shit that he's working on and stuff. But he does really amazing work as a fabricator and mechanic and stuff. So, well, I might as well plug him while we're at it, right? So,
Absolutely.
if you're looking to have a van built, or you need repairs, or you want to upgrade something on a bus that you're building, or anything along those lines, schoolies, I guess they're called. You need to get a hold of Awesome Possum out in Graham, Texas. Phil is the guy who runs it. It is a self-help place where you can come in and he provides all the tools that you'll need to do all this stuff. And if you let him know ahead of time, I'm back. I apologize. We lost Skipper too. Hold on. Let me see if I can get him back. It is amazing how this piece of shit iPhone keeps doing this to me. Welcome back, Skipper. I apologize. This thing, It just jumps off
That's
the
okay.
damn Wi-Fi. I don't get it. I am this close to. You can see the house behind me. I'm right here. But okay, let me finish my plug for Phil here. But yeah, if you let him know ahead of time what you're working on, he'll make sure that the materials are there for you, the tools are already there for you, and he will give you his knowledge. But if it's possible, he wants you to do the work yourself. If not, they do have contractors that you can hire to come in and do the work for you. But yeah, he wanted to open up a place. He has campsites at where he lives at if you have you can bring a camper in there and stay there for a couple months if you have to get it done. But yeah, he's really trying to help that community out. So, but yeah. So you're in California. Go ahead,
yeah, I'm in SoCal. I was just going to say, me and Eric, who you're trying to get on, we're trying to put together a live stream that we'll do later on in the week with some people who they do RV living. So very similar. We're going to have a discussion about all that. But yeah, I'm down here in Southern California, right next to Joshua Tree National Park.
Okay, nice. I hear it's a beautiful area out there.
It's nice, but in about a month, it's going to be way too hot here.
Yeah. I was talking to a guy who was up outside of Palm Beach, and he said that it would get to 117 up there some days during the day, and I'm like, nope, I'd melt.
That's I got used to it very quickly here because I was stationed out here as a Marine for several years, and working in maintenance bays where there's never any AC. You learn to live with it, and I'm an Ohio boy, so I'm used to the humidity, and I got very used to no humidity here.
Yeah, well, humidity. I used to work in a block plant. And I don't know if you're familiar with the inner workings of that, but part of it is that you have a kiln and you fire kiln your block, mostly your cinder blocks, because you want them to get harder and strong quicker. And yeah, those things would be 250 degrees inside there. And that's after you shut them off and they've been cooling down for a couple of days. And then you got to climb in there. There he is. I thought Santa Claus just came in. But yeah, I'd lose 25 pounds in a day in them kilns.
It's hot. Yeah, you'll sweat and not even realize it.
Boat said, he said, get harder. Aye. Leave it to a Navy man to say that one. All righty. So how you doing, Eric? Okay, we have no sound, bud.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Is your microphone on?
Now or no?
There we go.
Okay.
Yes, sir. All right. Now how you doing?
I'm having fun. I have to reboot my computer every time I want to get on Rumble.
That's weird. Hey, Animal Farm, welcome in. All right, I'm gonna let you two talk for a minute.
It's wind blows, so what do you expect?
I'm gonna let you talk for a minute. I need to actually plug in my electrical stuff so we don't die. And yeah, I'll be right back. I can hear you.
My case is usually just gassing up the electrical. Or should I say having the wife do it?
That's the thing about people. They don't, when they watch these streams, they don't understand all this work that goes into it behind the scenes because there's stuff that like, I've got a million cords. I got, things that, in case if a microphone goes down, I've got extra microphones, and yeah, it.
Well, try
And
doing
all
it from an RV perspective.
I have for a while. I did
not just the new RV. New RVs are nicer. They got the USB charge cords and all that stuff. I'm in an older RV. The chassis is 1990 Ford van chassis, and it was built in 1991.
Okay.
And then you can't even find any information online about it because apparently this one was it has signs of being a rental model when it was built.
Oh, lovely.
Such as a no smoking tag that you can see as you first open the door. There's some drawers right here in the kitchen counter and a little bitty spice rack, and there's a little no smoking sign up in it.
Well, I can definitely empathize.
And then one of the previous owners also butchered all the wiring to where I had to do some alternate wiring to get even a 4-way plug working for lights for the tow magnet, the tow lights. So,
he's got the headset on now.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit, so I wanted to put this on. It'll block out a lot of the background noise. And
I've got my Bluetooth.
Yep.
I'm going naked over here. Straight up, it's straight up all the computer doing it. The internal microphone.
Eric's streaking, people. Eric's streaking.
And my wife was given some toys at one point and ended up with a Navy Daffy.
Nice.
And he's sitting there because that's another bad thing about they're still doing it in some of the newer RVs, but not as bad. But you got outlets that are up in the cabinets up underneath. And so one of the tricks that we do in order to not use the heat intensive halogen bulbs, and it's so expensive to replace those to LEDs, little automotive type bulbs, 1156s. I've got from when we were in a house, we have some smart LED bulbs that do color changing and stuff like that. And so, depending upon how long we're sitting here and whether or not it gets close to sunset or close to dusk, there's a bulb that's in the kitchen that will go bright white, and so that's why I've got Daffy sitting there to help counteract that lighting.
Gotcha. If you see me shake my head, it's because this tree here is attacking
all the fun things. Okay, all I heard was tree was attacking you there, Chris. I think you.
The helicopters.
Yeah, it's dropping these things all over me.
We get out here, we get the pollen. I've come out a couple times, even though it's the desert. There's lots of pollen, and I've had my car completely covered, and I just got to go rinse it off. But I don't have those.
We're not there yet.
Well, right here in Texas, we got the yellow pollen. That stuff that'll turn a black car yellow. They're kind of greenish looking.
My car will be that way in probably another 3 weeks. That's when most of the stuff up here goes into pollen. And we get the same thing up here. It's good because it means that everything's reproducing and everything's gonna you're gonna get stuff that you need out of it. But it's bad because, like you said, it goes everywhere, and I won't even be able to open my window at that point because it'll infiltrate the house, and so good times.
Yeah, it's that time of year for me right now.
I'm either going to I'm trying to get a hold of Rumble to see if we can fix this issue with my Android phone, so I can start going back on that, because then we can do actually leave the house and go do some stuff. I live close to the Cornwall Iron Furnace, which is an old, early 1700s drop iron furnace that they used for making cannons and muskets for the Revolutionary War. And there's a lot of really beautiful buildings that they built up there. And so I'd love to take you guys up and walk around, and we'll do the tour. They have a tour that they take you through that shows how everything works, and it's really cool. So
Nice.
Don't take me to live.
do I hear Ursel? Oh, I hear Peggy. Hi, Peggy.
Sorry, I was trying to tell Ursula to be quiet.
It's all right.
You're good. You can
Just
come
watch
say hi.
watch the army mouth, honey. That's all. That's all. Well, it's Rumble, so it doesn't matter. But YouTube might have an issue
too. But have you heard my mouth?
yeah, when you're on the phone with us.
When I'm the same way on here. I don't care to let YouTube.
Oh, did you see what I shared on Discord there in the pets for you there, Chris?
No. Give me 1 second. I'll go look.
Well, it's a YouTube video from Leto's Law, Steve Leto, regarding a kitty that found its way to California in an Amazon return box.
I saw that. JD Delay did a video on that.
So you better watch out. You better watch out there, Skipper, because you don't need conspiracy kitty doing that to you. Especially when you decide to go to the hotel and you come back and wonder where conspiracy kitty went.
How do you not notice you put your cat into a damn box? Did they not?
You don't know cats very well, do you, Chris?
Oh, cats love those boxes.
Oh no! When I'm boxing something up, I always make sure I check it before I, send it out to make sure there's nothing in there that's not supposed to be in there. That just seems like
a heavy item. Well, if you're returning a heavier item, you're not really going to notice, especially because the cat might get down there, wedged in. Cats will get down as far as they can into a tight little corner.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, heck, I saw a full-grown, little kids kitchen that has a little, hand squirt pump for water, where you put a little bit of water in it. Okay, back in New York, we got somebody had given us one of those for Ursel. Yeah, she was a little big for it, but at the time, even then. But we had a full-grown cat get into that little kitchen sink.
Oh yeah, there's I've seen cats. Get under.
I don't remember if we took a picture of that one or not.
If you have like an 1.5 inch, 2 inch gap under your door, I've seen cats squeeze under them. Now, of course, it was a carpet flooring. I wasn't hardwood floor or anything. But I don't know. I think hardwood might have made it easier because they wouldn't have wouldn't shock the hell out of themselves afterwards.
Yeah, have you heard Peggy? If the whiskers fit, they fit.
Yep.
Yeah, they definitely are good at playing hide and seek.
Especially if, but they don't like it when they become a Garfield kitty and the whiskers won't fit. Or the whiskers fit, but they don't. That's when they get a little stuck.
That they do. Let's see here.
So where are you off to this afternoon? Are you just at work there, Skipper?
I took a couple hours of leave here today, so not a big deal. Oh, there you go.
That's my Pikachu. He's a half Maine Coon mix.
Oh, those are the big ones.
Yeah, he's the last time we were at the vet, they told me to cut back on his food, but he was already 16 pounds at that point, and at 3 years old.
That's almost as big as Glory back here. Speaking of which,
that's what he looks like full size, Eric. That's what's on the ship.
Okay, yeah, that picture is just so hard. That picture is an old resolution picture to begin with. So just because they sunk that ship on purpose,
Yep,
and it took them a few tries.
Yep. Aircraft
The
carriers
America,
are one of
the
hardest
CBA
ships in-
66 skipper, the ship I was aboard. I was on the decommission cruise, med cruise, and then we did all the final workups. And now I was told that ship had one specific weak point, but apparently they couldn't hit that weak point on the starboard side.
That's my
Was it a
syndicate.
2-meter exhaust port, no bigger than a womp rat?
So he's a Siamese mix.
Nice.
He's albino. When he gets ornery, his eyes turn bright red. But when he's actually being lovable, they're like this really cool blue. You can see it in the picture there, I hope. Now just to find one of JR here.
Speaking of Navy ships, I'm going to do a quick plug here. I worked with another nonprofit called You Matter Not Alone. They're the ones who do the Battle Buddies app. And on June 9th in Los Angeles, aboard the USS Iowa, we're doing a comedy event. So if anyone is in Southern California and wants to come out, that'll be June 9th. I believe right now pre-ticket sales are about $20. And discounts for military and first responders.
All
Well,
right.
since we're going there with ships, I got something to tell you. In the ham radio related field, back when we were in New York, back when we were in Rochester, New York, which is Monroe County, home of that DA Sandra Dorley that's just recently been in trouble. But there's a repeater system there that has both a 6-meter and a 10-meter links to it, inputs to the repeater system. A good friend, I was on that repeater system all the time. I forget what the name of the ship is, but there's one that's a museum ship down here in Texas. They're in Corpus. And somebody got on the radio there and hit that repeater, and I got to make a contact with them over the repeater back there and back up there in New York. And I was just on a little handheld talking to the repeater.
Nice.
So, yeah, there are fun things to be done with ham radio. That because I know you've been kind of interested. Mike. So I just thought, since we're talking ships and you were, the Iowa being a museum ship at this point, I thought, kind of segue to that too.
Well, actually, the American Legion that I belong to is down in Palm Springs, and that's an old American Legion, and they have a stage there where Bob Hope, during the early days of World War II, he would do his radio show from that stage because they would do the USO dances and everything, because that's where all the people that were in Patton's Third Army, when they would get weekend leave, they would go to Palm Springs, go to the dances there. Bob Hope would have it, but it's now the studio that's there on the side of the stage. They use that as a ham radio as well.
Oh yeah, and plus there's ham radio in the Last Man Standing set.
Oh yeah, yep.
That was real ham radio equipment, not real call signs when generally when they were doing the show, but actually because of the ham radio side of it, and a couple people being ham radio operators, they ended up having a good portion of the background staff getting their amateur radio license, including Tim Allen. Got his entry level ham license.
Nice. Somebody
In fact,
said
I
about
followed him on Twitter. Found him on Twitter, and I've looked up that call sign, and yeah, he uses a gnome diploma, different name for for more privacy reasons compared to the famous Tim Allen name with the license.
Sure. But yeah, Mike was saying about the cats. He said, "Gotta love them. I have 4 outside cats, and Eddie is an outside cat."
Nice.
That restaurant Chris was talking about, there was one of them here in East York too. Not sure if it is still there though.
Talking about Mission Barbecue.
Look it up. Yeah, I'll let you know there here in a second, Mike. I have it here on my phone.
Howdy, James. Do you feel good today?
Hey, James. James was ecstatic earlier today. He had
And he's also another vet, Skipper. James Brown is. He's an
Oh,
Oklahoma.
okay.
James is an Army vet, so you were talking
Invite
about
to the show if he ever wants on.
If you were
Ohana's
talking about
a
needing
vet.
help. Sorry, go ahead.
Mike
Hey, James,
the Skipper from Veteran Nation is who we have,
Yep.
James.
Normally I do my stuff on YouTube, but they're trying to convert me over to Rumble.
We're on Rumble.
Well, there's some advantages. I mean, Rumble Studio is free. I don't, you can kind of tag it in, the links into. You can do extra RTMP links to other streams.
Mhm.
So, as far as the link, because I know the one place it doesn't do automatically is LinkedIn. So that would, and the Facebook, I know it goes to my personal Facebook page, not so much. Doesn't allow me to, even though I have the link assigned in my profile side of things, for some reason the studio is not letting me delineate between which part of my accounts it streams to. So if you do get into it, I'll still go out to the YouTube as well.
Yeah.
I know that's been my experience with it.
I'm gonna jump in here real quick, guys. Yeah, we're on YouTube, X, and Rumble at the same time. Mike says, I do a lot with Red Lion American Legion as a Sons and Riders. So he goes, like, if there's a funeral or something, he goes out and, does the flag line and stuff with them. So that's, Mike lives.
Well, I've personally had some interesting experiences with the Legion that made me never renew my membership. I found that a lot of them tend to be very cliquish, and if you're not a member of that specific post and you are in a situation where you need assistance, as a male veteran, they pretty much won't assist you. The moment, even though my wife didn't have proof of her service, the moment she brought up that she was a veteran as well, they bent over backwards to help us, and this is prior to us being married.
Mm-hmm.
We were homeless. We were, both in New York and Texas, and literally, and the only one that ended up helping us was down here in Texas, and it was, and I'll plug them to say that at least they, did do something eventually, and that was the Hearst Euless Bedford post right there between Dallas and Fort Worth, on the north side on the off the loop.
Well, I'm glad somebody stepped up.
Yeah, when it comes to these organizations,
and I was a member, and I was a paid member at the time. I was a paid member of the Legion at the time to boot, so it's not like I wasn't, So that's why I was going to the Legion. I was like, hey, I'm a member. Is our chap, try to speak to the chaplain, say, hey, need a little help with something here, and to help me, because my wife's grandmother had died, and she had gotten some, cheated. She got cheated a lot of the deal, but there were some funds that ended up getting stolen out of our vehicle, and so we were, stuck, last minute, not having a place to sleep overnight other than in a straight cab utility truck, just the two of us in Texas heat, Texas summer. So we've literally done cab, utility truck, homeless Texas summer, and a New York winter. So we did both sides of that one. And there's the Cali cat.
You did the Hell and Heaven tour there, huh? Or Hell and
Yeah, with some
Hell,
of these,
Hot, Heat and Ice, or
Rose
Fire
and
Ice.
Burn. We had the free.
Fire and
some
Ice.
of these posts, you know, some of the posts are good posts. You get some bad posts, and then also as the post goes, sometimes we'll get a good commander and then a bad commander. So, you know, I've always told people, you know, they do serve a function. Try them out. See if your local posts are a good one. If not, move on to the next thing. Don't think that they're gonna, just like the VA. They are not the solution. They're not the be all end all. They might be able to help with some things, but rarely do I ever find that they are the actual solution.
Well, no, I mean, the thing is, they talk, they always push about homeless veterans and, what was 21 a day, now 22 a day and higher. They're always pushing those agendas and, talking about that all the time from the national headquarters and the emails. I still get the emails. I get regular emails from the Legion National Headquarters, and occasionally, please renew. It's like, I haven't renewed. I haven't paid.
Unfortunately, a lot of the associations use the self-deletion as a fundraiser. And they really don't have anything that I've seen for outreach that would make any kind of a difference in that. Now I'm on the outside. Maybe you guys see something different, being inside there. But that's how I see it. So if I'm wrong, please let me know.
No, you're hitting the nail on the head. In fact, I'm seeing James put that hasn't been too interested with other veterans because many are full of themselves. What I found is there are, the military is a macho organization. Me personally, even though I was a Marine, did 17 years, I've never been a macho guy. Just not me. But what you find is a lot of those things come from the military and then they go right back to the veterans organization. So you get these guys who it's all about bravado. It's all about, well, what did you do type of thing. And if it becomes something like that, then it absolutely becomes no fun. Now, that's why I'm glad that I got in touch with Eric. It's glad why, I'm really glad he put me in touch with you. With all the veterans that I'm finding now, because when I first started doing my show, I got some who were like, "Oh, you didn't serve. You don't have a combat action ribbon." I mean, I was in Afghanistan. I didn't do anything to rate a combat action ribbon, so I don't care. But it was all that machismo. And now that I've found this circle where we're not about that, we're veterans who are about helping people. It's much more rewarding. I am having more fun doing the show now than what I ever have.
Yeah, and
I've answered some of the chats, Jill. I'm in Austin. I'm in Southeast Austin. But if anyone, believe it or not, I'll put this out there. If you Google my call sign, the KD7LTN, and there's a site called aprs.fi, which is amateur radio, basically position reporting system. It's kind of like people with their vehicle trackers, but it's totally free. You could actually, especially whenever I'm logged into it, I put my position up where I'm at, just because it makes it easier to
send the missiles. Send the missiles.
Okay, well, right here in the park. And the funny thing is Google Maps recently updated their satellite image, and believe it or not, if you take the position on APRS and then put that in Google Maps, you will see my RV in their most recent photo.
You are sunbathing in front of
it?
No, it's a satellite image. I didn't know when that one hit. So
he should have been out there like Peter Griffith, completely butt naked with his
I
sack.
just know there's a schoolie that's about 40 feet behind us. They didn't show up in the satellite image, so apparently it happened. The image was taken before they appeared, and they showed up here.
You should paint your call sign up on the top of your RV.
I've thought about doing that. I wanted to do that, but unfortunately, I've got a black tar roof. Instead of putting a normal sealant up top, they did black tar.
buy the reflective tape.
Great in the winter, sucky in the summer.
And put that on top.
What's that?
I said go buy the reflective tape and use that to make your call sign up on top. That'll reflect. Everybody can see it then.
I got silver duct tape and nothing sticks to hardly anything anymore. They went, all the cutbacks have cut back in glues too. Nothing's as strong as it used to be. I'd be better going up there with a can of spray paint, but unfortunately, my disabilities, I weigh at least 350 pounds. This thing was built in 1990 and has had roof leaks.
Yeah, I don't know that you really want to walk across that, bud.
Yeah, especially when there's also a piece of the ladder that's missing in the top railing. And my wife doesn't, she was Army, but she doesn't like getting up on ladders and doing that kind of stuff. And my daughter, I know Chris has seen images of my daughter and stuff.
I have.
I don't know if you have, Skipper, but she's not quite 12 yet, and she weighs more than Mama, and she's already 5.5 foot tall. The joke is, even when she was like 4 years old, back there in New York, everybody, they would joke that she'd be a linebacker for the Cowboys. Okay, so yeah, and of course, and part of that is because she does need to lose a lot of that baby weight. She still, doesn't get enough exercise, which is another reason why I want a scooter, so I can at least get out on the trails, get out more, in these parks and stuff. And, and she's walking the dog, and actually, I may not be able to walk those distances, but she can. Mm-hmm. And as well as, for example, the Austin State Capitol, the Texas State Capitol here in Austin, the Capitol campus. Handicap parking, even though the metered parking, if you have a handicap placard, it's free to park around it. But it's a huge campus that I can't do even with the rollator I was issued by the VA. And the newer version of the rollator's got very wobbly handles to boot. When you have vertigo and balance issues, that's not exactly great. So
yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
And then they tried to order the wrong size rollator when they ordered it. They tried to order one for somebody who weighs less than 300 pounds, not over. They tried to order the $40, Walmart cheapie instead of the
competence at its best. So,
hey, Cal.
Anybody have any questions that they would like to ask?
And yeah, hi, Dave, Army Dave. Yeah, I know you're in there. I saw you there. Still there.
Dave went over to Rumble, but he said something about it went to sleep. It's working for me. I have it up on my phone, but I don't know. Maybe something going on over there.
I see we got a good crowd in here. Everybody hit the like button.
I don't push.
I have that scrolling across the bottom of my thing. I've got a second scroll bar there that says all that.
I cheat. I'm just here to talk.
I like using OBS and then using the virtual camera.
The comedy special you were talking about, Skipper. Do you have a link for that, please? If you have a link, I'll share that around.
I'll give that to you. I've got an Eventbrite link where people can buy tickets, and like I said, it's a couple of us charities working together, and it's going to benefit the Battle Buddies app, which any veterans who are struggling, they can use the Battle Buddies app, and they'll reach out to a mentor like myself who's been through a lot of the same things that they're likely going through.
DK, that's exactly what a robot would say, man. That's great. I do know quite a few people in California, so I'll put the word out, and hopefully we can get you a bunch of people out there.
Cal, if you paid attention to Chris's Discord, I've been on there since just before I left the other.
Cal's not on Discord. There we go. Someone's having fun.
I'll just throwing that as the reference to that other Discord for the moment, because we all know who that is.
He he left our Discord for a little bit. He's talking about coming back soon, so that would be good. We
Well, I have a
welcome him
Discord
back.
too, Cal. So if you ever want to look me up there too,
I think he's
or
on your
just
Discord.
I don't
Pretty
remember
sure he's
Cal.
on yours.
I know James is. I don't remember Cal.
Let me go look. I have access to all that stuff too. Haha.
Yeah, those
You
that
all
shall
trust
not
me
be
way too
named.
much. You know this, right?
The Voldemort channel. Yeah.
No, I guess he's not on here. I'll shoot him a link. Then,
Yeah.
but Cal's a good guy. Me and him talk at least once a week, if not more. I always check in on him. That's one of my big things I do. I try and put my money where my mouth is when I sit here and tell you all that I'm here and I care. I'm reaching out all the time, text message, Discord, Facebook Messenger, reaching out to people. If I don't hear from someone for a couple of days and I start getting worried, I'll make the phone call and reach out that way and just to make sure, to make sure that we see what kind of a state of mind they're in. Because our government's lying to us. I don't know how many of you know that. I know a lot of you that are here every day know that because we talk about it a
They're
lot.
lying to the person they call the president. I mean, he's clueless.
Well, he's always been clueless, but
I'm
He
pretty
thinks the
sure they
country's
put a
in great
chip in my
shape,
brain.
the gas prices are down and everything's down. There's no inflation. The jobs are good. He don't know what the heck's actually really going on. I don't even think he knows what he's signing when he signs his
number
name.
is over 40 people a day. And that is entirely, one is too many, but I don't see how this isn't considered an epidemic. But of course they're hiding, the numbers from people, so they don't have a fit about it like they should. So yeah, I need to find that information again, and I'll share it with everyone. That way we can get that information out to people and hopefully get more people to realize what's really going on and maybe get them a little pissed off so that they stand up and start speaking out some more.
Oh, and
Absolutely. That's one thing I'm finding success with is doing things like form letters and petitions, just trying to fight some of this corruption that we're seeing.
We gotta get rid of the bureaucrats. That's a big thing. The one thing that President Trump could do that would certainly help in the long run with turning this country around is completely sign an executive order or work with Congress to make it so that all positions have to be elected positions, that they cannot just throw somebody into a position as a bureaucrat anymore. I think that would change a lot of stuff. So,
well, the problem is a lot of these Democrat judges and DAs are elected into their positions. It's a hearts and minds thing. It goes beyond just political parties. You got people that just go along to get along and don't pay attention to what's going on. But Mike mentioned his thing. Chris, why don't you mention about the get together you're planning over there in Pennsylvania?
we are trying to get a get together for the first week of July. If you're planning on coming, please let me know so I can kind of have a head count. I told them about 20 people so far, but that's just a guess. If I can get a more rounded number of, if people can tell me, hey, I'm coming, I'm not coming, and I can get nailed down a better number, it would make it easier for me to get the prices and stuff to you. But as of right now, still waiting for information from a couple of the places. I'd like to do it at a campground. I don't want to do it in a hotel. campground. We can stay up as late as we want. We can have a fire and just bullshit around the fire.
No,
And,
you can't.
Yes, I can.
Campgrounds have community rules and guidelines that
They have
prevent a
quiet
lot of that.
time.
Yeah,
But you
after
can
10
still-
p.m. And
But you can still be out and talk as long as
it's like
you're
with a
not
bunch of
outside.
veterans, 10 p.m. the party's just getting started.
But that, and I know the owner. So,
Just ask any Team Rubicon thing. They have their Team Rubicon. I volunteered with them, and they have their little fireside evenings, especially if there's a place where they can actually do a little fire pit. Just to blow out. They'll do their thing in the daytime. Go run the emergency. Go cleanups and stuff like that. Do all the cleanups, and then in the evenings after dinner time is basically for those that want. They go out and sit around. A lot of them medicate, as
whatever
Skipper knows
helps them.
all too well, with their favorite beverages, and just it's like an old teen beach B movie from back in the 80s.
Skipper's trying to make somebody get vertigo.
I'm trying to balance this thing because I had to plug in my charger because it was starting to die, so I didn't want to get cut off with you guys. But now it means I've got to hold this a little bit differently.
That and I made you laugh at the same time, which didn't help.
True. But that's, the fact that we're all doing these type of things and coming together, I think we can really do a good job promoting each other's events, which I think is going to strengthen everything ultimately. I've already come across so many veterans across this country just by doing the show that, I can places where I wanted to take the show when I started it. I'm now getting to where it's like, okay, these are now a possibility. And becoming a foundation was only a part of that. Had you told me 3 years ago, oh, you'd be running a nonprofit with this, I would not have believed you. But, this was just a natural progression. So I think, I can see where us doing things like this is really going to help all the veterans, because this is where veterans are getting a lot of their information nowadays.
Nice view of your dad, Chris, as he went past you in the background.
Oh yeah.
Nothing but shorts.
Yeah. Yep. Well, we're out in the middle of nowhere, bud.
He photobombed you.
If I wouldn't be on this camera right now, I wouldn't have a shirt on either. So.
That's a beautiful day out there. It looks like.
It's gorgeous, but we've got some storms that'll be rolling in later this evening. So. But we got up to about 84 degrees, and it was nice and sunny, blue skies, and now the clouds are moving in. But it should be just quick storms, and I should be able to get out and get some video of the sunset this evening again. Tomorrow, I think Mom's off tomorrow, and if she is, we are going to go somewhere. I believe.
Is that going to mess with your stream? Because don't you have Jamie on with you tomorrow or something like that?
Unfortunately, no. Thank you for bringing that up. Jamie had to reschedule added to a different later date to be determined. If you don't mind, please keep her in your prayers for peace and solace. She has to put one of her cats down tomorrow. He has some medical issues that are going on, and she sees that he's really struggling, and she doesn't want him to suffer. So she's going to have him put down tomorrow, and that's fine. I told her, I said, you do what you need to do for you and him. I told her that if she needs me, she can call me. But I don't get upset with people. If you guys, life comes up, it does. And it's more important than sitting on a stream with me bullshitting. So I don't ever think I'm going to get mad if you have to reschedule. I will definitely find something to get on here and act like an idiot about. So.
Did you ever figure out the number of kittens, or is that still a news item we're still waiting for, Chris?
That is still a news item we're waiting on. I know that. I'm guessing Callie has at least 3 or 4, just based on rubbing her belly and the number of nipples that they're using. And then I don't know. Runway has some in the garage, and then Gray. I'm pretty sure Gray's passed away because she's not feeding. So you can tell when you rub the stomach of a cat that just had kittens, you can tell if they're feeding or not, and she's not feeding. So, Chris, we could do it a little earlier if that would work for you. So, I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. If it works to do it earlier or later, just let me know, and we can move the show a little bit.
One thing I do want the audience to know is if you're if veteran or not, if you have something you need promoted, feel free to shoot it to me. I'll promote it on any or all of my social media. So I do want everyone to know that. What I do is not about me, it's about everyone else.
That's what I've been trying to do, with the networking aspect of this. On our Discord, there is a section on the bottom for other people to promote their Discords. And then I go and join them. And by doing that, it grows our circle. I also promote, the people that are on there. I try to promote their if they have a YouTube channel, I promote it. If they have, TikTok or whatever, I'll shout it out like, actually, I guess we need to do that, don't we? I haven't done that today. But I know that with our help, Sherry said that with our help, we got her over 750 subscribers here in the last little bit.
Nice.
Papa Shoot from DK server just went over 150, I believe. So, and that's what it's about. I mean, it's about all of us growing together, not just one of us taking off and then forgetting about everything else. Jay says you keep interrupting the skipper. Dang it, boys.
Dang it, Bubba.
Damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, that's and that's I've told so many veterans, because the other thing is I'm on Discord. I just don't have a server, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I got enough social media that I have to keep up on. But I have told people, I'm like, I don't have a TikTok. I don't have, I'm kind of on Instagram, but I'm not like the most active there. So I'm like, if you want to share my stuff there, or if you want me to share your stuff from there onto my stuff, that's such an easy way to get followings, is to share content like that. And people don't understand. Sitting in front of a camera trying to talk can be really tough sometimes. Finding content can be a tough thing.
Yeah.
What are you trying to find on Rumble, Mike? I'm Rev E.W. Miller on Rumble. Skipper, I don't think, has an account on Rumble yet.
I actually do. It's Veteran Nation. I just don't have anything up there yet. I've only been focusing on Twitter and YouTube primarily. But eventually, when I figure out how to hook up my Restream to Rumble, you'll start seeing my stuff there too.
Okay. Yeah, if you need help with stuff, feel free to ask, and I'll work through it with you and help you get it set up.
Sure.
I know Sherry does the thing where she restreams, where her YouTube goes directly to Rumble afterwards.
Okay.
But now, if you use like the Rumble Studio like we do now, it automatically puts it on all of them, and they stay there. You don't have to worry about doing the restream.
Okay, yeah, he was trying to figure out which one was yours, Christopher Rumble. And Thomas, he's over in the Discord, and he's also a fellow amateur radio operator, Skipper.
Oh, awesome.
Thomas is following you now. Good. All right, let's see.
And the nice thing is you can see all the chats on the Rumble Studio. You just can't really reply to any of them.
Well, you can, but you have to have another device up to do it.
Yeah, or pop out the chat. Yeah, pop out the other chats.
So we are going to. My chat will ever come up. I guess I gotta close it out and restart it. We're gonna shout out DK's web YouTube today.
DK, the Army vet. I'm sure Skipper knows what Dilligaff means.
The first time I ever heard Dilligaff was in a song by an Australian artist named Kevin Bloody Wilson. Okay, this is not.
So yeah, there are a lot of veterans that are in Chris's server, which is great.
I can put it over here a while.
The reason having something like a Discord or maybe Telegram channel, since you're on that. I don't know about AVA and Angry Vet Skipper, but it's in TC. But to be able to coordinate the streams and stuff like that, live streams and who's guests, and that's where I was getting at. Having like a Discord server or something. A place to back channel communicate that doesn't have to require doing it all on a stream or over phone.
Oh, absolutely. And I tell you, I use Discord for things other than streaming. That's why I have an account, and I think it's a great organizational tool. I've got Telegram too, but I primarily use Telegram for two things. I follow the History Homos podcast, which is a couple of funny guys who they just talk about history stuff, and they've got a pretty active. What's that?
I said that's
a crayon eater right there.
And so they're a lot of fun. I follow their Telegram channel, and then I've got a couple that I share memes in, and we share a lot of memes. So if you ever see a lot of my memes, I get most of them from either Facebook or Telegram groups. Just seeing DK's comment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, an update on something I was telling you about, Skipper. I finally got my $10 from Cash Apps into my account. Didn't come in when the rest of everything else was posting this morning. It took almost till noon my time.
So for the audience, Eric did a live chat on his birthday, and he has he's got his links. And I was like, oh, I'll send him $10 for his birthday. He just now got it, was able to pull it out.
A month ago.
April 6th. And I had the physical Cash App debit card, but it did not work. After 4 different attempts and contacting them multiple times. So, yeah. If you notice, I no longer have its Cash App scrolling in my contact scroll bar, part of my scroll bar there, the red one with the white lettering. I removed Cash App from that list.
Wow, that's crazy.
I still got to remove that from everywhere else because it's just, so yeah, since this is going out on YouTube, for those, put it out there that, Venmo is a much better service than Cash App. Yes, Venmo's owned by PayPal, and if you already have a PayPal account, you can actually do Venmo directly through it, so you don't even have to do totally separate stuff. I even have a Venmo for the ministry and the QR, got the QR code kit for the ministry side of it. That, believe it or not, that side will take a fee because I don't have the 501c3 or the 508 certifications yet.
Mhm.
My ministry, there is no profit. I mean, everything, if it goes, I'm spending personal money to keep things running. So,
I keep getting people asking me, like, how much of your money that you pull in for your nonprofit, how much goes back out to veterans and their families? And I'm like, oh, it's over 100%. It actually costs me money because I don't want the money. Whenever I get stuff in, I'm immediately like, okay, who can I give this to? And but yeah, people, there's been, so many places
well,
out
we have
there.
literally given the shirts off our backs to people, literally. So, shirts that it's like, okay, especially me having blown up so big. Okay, those shirts don't fit me anymore, but it'll fit. This fits this other person that is a couple 100 pounds lighter. Here you go, no problem.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I said. I don't want to touch the money. When we get this set up, we'll have somebody that runs as an accountant for us. That'll handle all that stuff. So,
Mhm.
also, Skipper, I don't know if you saw yesterday, I had said about once we get the website up, any of you that want to put up stuff for merchandise or something on our website, we will have unlimited store space. So, we'll figure it out, and I won't charge you to put your stuff up. Whatever you get from that sale goes to use. Um, so you know what I mean.
Will we be okay long enough?
There we go. There is DK's YouTube on both YouTube and Rumble now. I guess I should post it
So
on X too, huh?
I did promise you an exclusive, Chris.
I was hoping I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
miss
ready.
So
that.
I'll show you what the exclusive is. So I'll give a little bit of background. So on my show I fight against harassment and corruption, and I've experienced both here at Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center 29 Palms, and I have a video. It will go out. I just have to wait for court to be done. But I was attacked from behind by the director of this base, and we're going through with that. But previously, because he's in charge of the MPs, they have pulled me over and detained me for hours at a time, or like well over an hour, even though I showed my proper was at that time my reserve ID, and they just were determined to tell me I didn't have base access. So with him attacking me, I'm now under a TRO, which they lied, and that will be proven in court. But for me to be able to come back onto this base, I have this letter here, and and you'll be able to see it's from the staff judge advocate. And so as I've been fighting all this stuff, I had to prove certain things that, harassment has been occurring. So I now carry this letter so that I don't get pulled over by the MPs anymore and unlawfully detained. And when they were ordering me to come back onto this base for certain things, I said I wouldn't do it without this letter. So the staff judge advocate wrote this letter, and as you all know, I have an active IG complaint. If you've been on my channel, and they after 30 days of no contact, I did that stuff the live this weekend and everything, and they finally reached out and said, "Oh yeah, we'd like to see your evidence." Last night, so I sent them all of it, but I'll read this to you. Any violation of Mr. Arthur's TRO will be reported to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department for evaluation and enforcement as the Sheriff's Office deems appropriate. The McTagsy Military Police will be advised not to single out, quote, be on the lookout, or otherwise harass Mr. Arthur. Furthermore, any report alleging that a McTagsy employee verbally harassed or physically attacked Mr. Arthur will be thoroughly investigated. So that's your exclusive. I've had this letter for over a month now, and I've referenced it, but I haven't revealed anything about it. But now that the IG hopefully is doing an investigation, I feel comfortable letting that out into the world now.
Don't they still have the windshield stickers?
No, they did away with those. It's 100% ID check now. So, but what had happened, this is actually a video on my channel. This was a couple years ago. I had Mr. Sellers, who was the guy that attacked me, and his girlfriend telling people aboard the base that I didn't have base access. Well, I was a reservist. I had base access. And I was also working aboard the base as a contractor. And they told the MPs who put a bolo out on me, so I got stopped at the main gate. My vehicle, I had to get out of my vehicle. My vehicle got searched. I showed them the proper ID. I do have the audio of that where I'm showing the Marine. I'm like, you're holding my reserve ID. And the Marine's like, yeah, that's weird. This gives you base access. So it was just a way for me to be harassed and my rights violated, which is all part of this IG complaint. But I've never shown anyone that letter publicly, but now you have.
Well, thank you for sharing that on here. Hopefully, you get somewhere with it and it gets taken care of in a finalized way that you don't have to worry about it.
I believe that if you're a good person, you do things for the right reasons, eventually everything works out. And I think it's starting to really work out.
I'm glad to hear that. I'll be honest with you. I've talked to some veterans who are really struggling right now, especially seeing what's going on with our country. Mm-hmm. And the biggest impact thing that they say to me is that I'm so glad that I found other people who think like me. That they said I thought that I was alone.
Yep.
So I think that's the biggest thing that we need to do with this networking is just get it out there and let people know they're not alone. There's a lot of us that think the same way. And
absolutely. And like what I know, we've got one person in the audience who lives near Fort Hood. This base and Fort Hood have the same problems, and it's kind of like the same problems that we see in these veteran circles, where it's people who have this need to be in charge and want you to bow down to their authority, even though it makes zero sense. At least in the military, if you tell someone to do something, it should make sense. But yeah, just harassing people for the sake of harassing, that should never be tolerated. And that's why, a Veterans Affair, Kevin the Angry Vet, that's why I've really resonated with what they're doing, because they've been straight up harassed, and I'm not going to stand for it. I'll keep fighting other people's battles well after mine is done.
Yeah, I need to find their channels. I know you talked about them this morning. So I want to get their channels and share them on the Discord.
I'll get you their stuff in there.
Okay, I appreciate it. The more people we bring into it that see it, and the better chances are that we can, maybe get petitions or something done to help them out if they need it. I will make a petition room on Discord. And that way, when a petition comes up, we can just post it right there, and everybody has access to it.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and whatever else we need, just if there's something that you guys think we need on Discord, let me know, and we'll figure it out.
Well, Skipper, if we can get Veterans Affairs Media and Angry Vet and TC and all them to show up on Discord. Wouldn't be too bad. But then we could have a whole sub channel or at least a sub group area somewhere for communication. But
I think
even if it's on a different server, at least a place to get together, coordinate. Hey, I'm talking about this over here. I'll be talking about this over here. Yeah.
Well, because we did a live stream, and especially Kevin, wants to create his own nonprofit organization, which I know what he wants to do. I support it, and I told him, I said, honestly, with what you want to do, Discord to me seems like the best fit for making this happen. He's also being assisted by Greg, who goes by the Flying Auditor, he's an Air Force veteran. So there's some of us out there where we each have different skill sets, and I think as we build these things, by us being able to coordinate, we can really do some great work.
Well, as you can see around me here, I mean, I'm a very creative mind. It's just I can only do so much with so little.
We're all limited in our own way.
A nice Elgato Stream Deck setup going on with with your Apple and your fruity technology there. I'm doing cheaper touch portal stuff as well. They can be found for free or cheaper. I'm gonna try to. But
DK here said he's very disappointed with the direction our country has taken. These are not the values I swore to defend. I still take my oath seriously, but I consider the left to be domestic enemies.
I do too.
I saw
that
the extreme left, not the what's become more the centrist left. What Trump used to be.
I saw a lot of this bad stuff happening while I was still while I was on active duty. And I mean, like all the problems that you hear about, sexual assaults, sexual harassment, like, well, we can't prove it, and we don't think this guy, or this guy's getting out, so we're not going to do anything. And it's like, literally someone was raped. But, I saw all that.
The civilian authorities to continue investigation, just give them limited base access,
They have made some changes on that because the military has screwed it up so much. But I witnessed that. I was in those discussions as an officer, and I could see that it was degrading the military service. Back in 2010, and I still see it today. We've gotten very far away from our values as a military.
I mean, literally, between the Second Amendment, with the Second Amendment's purposes, the First Amendment, Second Amendment, and the oath that we swore for the military, there ain't nothing stopping us really, other than our own gumptions of actually taking up arms against the way a lot of the government actors that, and the tyranny that we are currently in. I mean,
always on the table.
1770s was based on a lot less than what we're dealing with now.
Definitely. Like I said,
the Tea Party was over a lot less issues than like I said as a comment, I think it was yesterday or the day before on one of your shows, Skipper. I said that this is the government that our forefathers warned us about it getting too big.
Absolutely. Yep.
But make sure wherever you go now, bring a banana.
I heard about that. Good Lord.
I got out I was 94 to 96, DK, so
Ain't your roof blue?
95, I was a junior in high school. So
what, were you held behind a little bit there, Chris?
Huh?
Were you held behind a little?
I failed 5th grade. I didn't do homework. I
Okay.
hated homework. I didn't believe in it.
'Cause I know we're about the same age, so and we're both a couple. We both have just a couple years on Skipper here. Not much.
But yeah, no, I took in even in high school. I hated homework. I refused to do it.
Maybe that's why I did the same thing.
But no, there's a big difference. I was
Well, my
smart.
junior year of high school,
actually
I had
passed all
fun.
my
I'd
tests.
sit there and I would do a lot of my homework. So if I did my homework sitting in class because I would get the classwork done so fast, especially my math work. So by the time I got home or whatever my home was at one point my junior year, because that's when the first time I was homeless was I did it there in class. It didn't even leave the school grounds. And I still I still got a B in honors geometry. So figure that one out.
I would go, hey, I have no idea how to say that name, so I'm not going to say it, but he said 95, laugh out loud. I was 5 years past my retirement from the military after doing 22 years. Yes, to all of our veterans in here and to active service members, if you're watching this, thank you for your service. It is appreciated. Not everyone thinks like these loud mouths that are out there trying to get, trying to get themselves heard.
And hit the like button.
Well, if you want to, go
like,
ahead.
Subscribe. Better yet, if you can afford it, rant over on Rumble.
Here's my problem. I can't get a rant off. I gotta set up another. I gotta set up my PayPal again, I guess. I'm like, really? Rumble is supposed to be anti-establishment, and they're using fucking PayPal for their monetary stuff. Seriously? Come on.
PayPal's easier to work with than Plaid. Trust me, you don't want the alternative right now. The primary alternative for processing that kind of stuff is Plaid, and that's a pain in the grumpus.
What about alternative or what the hell is the one that Bongino did? My brain's not working.
Well, like say Code of Vets, they still use PayPal for a lot of their stuff. Over on Code of Vets is on Twitter for anybody that tries to search from anywhere else. You're gonna have good luck with that. They still do a lot of PayPal for a lot of transfers, but their main bank, they've gone to one that is is a very patriotic bank, and not USAA. USAA doesn't do anything business related.
Has anybody looked into that?
Which I think they missed out on such a lot there. So many veterans, they don't even do their own RV automotive insurance. I have to go through Progressive with a USAA discount.
Special salute from Running Bear there. Running Bear said my brain never works.
Why are the green chairs on?
Because
you're Numis Maniac. Are you? Is that the coin collected Numis? Yeah, Numis type stuff, or they're on YouTube? Yeah, Numis, whatever.
It's over beside the stove.
Over beside the stove.
Is that your Katie bug there? I hear in the background.
Yeah, that's my monkey ass over here. Come here, crackhead Katie. They want to say hi to you. She's busy playing on her damn phone. She's happy that we can't go for a walk right now. So she doesn't like doing the walks. But then when we get started on the walk, she wants to walk all the way around the block and not come back with me. So our Veterans Association food bank is one of the best ones I've ever seen. They help with everything from getting service dogs to paying people's rents. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. That's something that, when we get off the ground, we would be definitely interested in helping to fund stuff like that.
I wish I had money for land to begin with, but the one piece of land I would really like, and I know Skipper would like as well. I've started trying to reference it a couple times, but things just end up getting cut off. Is it's they're asking a pretty penny for it, but most of that's just because of location. They're trying to turn it into an industrial area in Austin to bring in the Californians. But Saint Javier Catholic Church. Google, do a search on that, Skipper.
Okay.
The church itself, even though the church itself was built in the 40s, in like 1943 or 45, the main chapel of the church, and it is a mission style church that you like to view and visit and stuff like that. I would love to turn something like that into a mission for veterans, type of thing, house, both a place for parking RVs and stuff like that. A little bit of what your rescue housing buddy that rescue residents, yeah.
Yep.
I'd love to take and do something like a combination of stuff like that where used RVs or converted RVs have a place to stay, a little bit tents for those that are still stuck in tents, mostly serving definitely vets and U.S. citizens because
Wow.
just like
that is pretty much in the middle of nowhere almost. But for anyone not familiar with where it is,
no. Look at the old address, not the new one. That's their new building.
so
I've got a question for Numis Maniac.
Actually, it's not in the middle of nowhere. That's actually closer to the racetrack, to the Dakota racetrack.
For Numis Maniac, I know this isn't coins, this is $1, but someone told me to sell this $1 because it's it's 900D. Do you know anything? Should I sell this?
Yeah, those are some things that you got 3 zeros in the serial and
it ends in 2 zeros. But I was told, someone was like, "Oh, keep this $1 and sell it." I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't know anything about any of that.
It depends on what videos you watch. Now I just had a place to send. I just had a place to send Starlink. Apparently, Starlink now has a $1 option to get into it.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Only in certain states and areas is it available for the $1 option. For a $1 option for like a 30-day trial, then you still have to pay for, then you go into the normal service, and I think then you kind of make up for the the cost of the equipment. But at least to originally get the equipment, $1.
You said I would get $1 for that, so see, that's why I asked, because like I got people who are like, "Oh yeah, save that."
Yeah, the Star Notes are the ones that are really worth it. Yeah.
Does Starlink do service to Otter Creek, Florida, specifically to 501c3s there?
Starlink's worldwide at this point.
Asking for some potential criminals.
Well, I can get plenty of them. My brother is one.
Okay, you still have follow the main highways and go to US 183 between that location and the airport.
Hold on. I gotta pull it back up here. Hold on. I closed it out since I wasn't finding it.
Hey, while you're looking that up, I do have to get going. But I appreciate you inviting me onto the stream today. I had a lot of fun doing this. I love both you guys. So yeah, I got to have you both onto Veteran Nation as well. Eric has been on before, but he's got an invite.
Are we supposed to be doing? Have we nailed that thing down tomorrow, or is that, Thursday, or have we got nailed down a time and date?
I think Thursday or Friday. Tomorrow is normally my free day, but I take that off for medical appointments and stuff. And something came up, so tomorrow looks like I'm going to be tied up. But Thursday or Friday, I'll be talking with for those who don't know, if you follow the YouTube Madam Mayor's Adventures, Brett and Therese Granger, uh, me and Eric, we're going to try to do a live stream about RV life with them. And Brett Granger is a retired Navy veteran as well.
Okay. Yeah, you
So-
just let me know when, and I'll make time. I usually have all the time in the world, so we're good.
So
someone
yeah,
wants you to plug Veteran Nation about what it's about there, Skipper.
So Veteran Nation, it started as just a show on YouTube and Facebook, but what we do is we try to help and entertain military veterans and their family members. It has since kind of morphed. I now have a 501c3 that we started last year, the Veteran Nation Foundation. We have veterannationfoundation.com where we sell t-shirts and coffee mugs, stuff like that. And all the money that we get, we try to give back to veterans and their family members. And yeah, we also, me and my co-host TC, who's an 82nd Airborne veteran, we don't like harassment and corruption. We do a lot of stuff about that.
Yep. And
I think you need to,
I know.
Skipper. I think you need to work with Angry Cops on getting some good merchandise. He's got some good meme stuff there.
Yeah, if you need help with
Yeah,
that,
I'm talking about with Angry Cops and Pallet Stein and some of his other T-shirts and things he's come up with. He's got a good creative meme team.
One. He's hilarious. I love watching him. Especially when he starts ripping into certain people in the military. That's great. So, what was the last short that I saw him do was where he was talking about the crybabies during boot camp, trying to tell higher than the the drill sergeants. They're trying to go crying to them about how he's smoking them and this and that, and the drill sergeant just laughs about it. So,
well,
yeah.
I've got a lot of inappropriate stuff that I share also in my Facebook group. And yesterday I put I said, when you come off the drill field and go right to the strip club, because it's clearly a veteran who paid a stripper to just do jumping jacks in front of him.
That's hilarious. So,
but
yeah,
I got to get running.
You can share that stuff in Discord. We have a place that says, "Do not come here if you're easily offended."
Which needs to be the 18 plus room, not the general.
Yeah, I changed general. The general room was only 18 plus because of the Cartman bot. I had to make it that way to put him in there. So, Cartman bot and Paco for now have been kicked off the server. So, but anyway, thank you again, Skipper, for joining us. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing what we can get into in the future. So,
thank you so much, and you guys have a great day. And all the fans and all the questions, thank you. And again, send me anything if you guys have anything you need promoted.
All right, thank you. Same here. I'll share. I've got TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all that shit set up for the for chatting with Sasquatch. So yeah, I'll share it out on all that for you too on my end.
Yes, he's not Caucasian Sasquatch. He's just Sasquatch. For those that don't know.
I mean, technically, I'm a Caucasian Sasquatch,
but you're not the Caucasian Sasquatch on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's
no. I'm not trying to take somebody else's identity. All right, Jay, be safe. Jay said, going back to Melon. Great show. See you, fellas.
I'm still here. Did you shut down the stream, Chris, or did you freeze up? Oh. I guess the stream's over.
I'm here. Can you see me? Don't care. Did you honestly just call me a bitch?
That is dick.
Oh, a dick. Well, yeah, it's every day. Am I here? That is the question. Can they hear me? Hello? I can't hear myself. I'm really getting tired of fucking. No, Eric says he can hear me. Why can't I hear myself then? No, well. Okay, so I'm here. I'm sorry that yeah, when he disconnected, it threw me the hell out for some reason. But yeah, big thank you to Skipper and Eric for being on. I appreciate you both. I appreciate all of you for being here with us. Thank you. If you're enjoying this, let me know. We'll try and get more stuff done like this. You know, it's about keeping you all informed as to what's going on and trying to be funny and entertaining at the same time. That's what we're trying to do here. But we're also setting long-term goals. So, right, DK? Yeah, that's why I'm an asshole. Because I'm good at it. Hello, Chris. We got Dave, Running Bear, DK, and Chris still here. So, but yeah, I mean, without you, most of you guys that, well, all of you that were in the service, you know, I don't think we would have the freedoms that we have today. And so I appreciate you all. Chris, I'm gonna try and get that. Hey, there's Corey and Willie. How you doing, Willie? I'm gonna try and get that hat to you tomorrow. I haven't been able to get out to the to mail it. So, also, Ohana Chris is looking for designs for his veteran baker design. So, if you want to come up with something, send it to him. He'd appreciate it. You're sore as hell after work, I'm sure, bud. Hopefully the sickness is gone now. Corey, how are you feeling, buddy? You were still not feeling up to snuff the last time I talked with you. So I keep getting these guys keep running on me. Where'd he go? He's on my armor. There he goes. Just an ant. What are you killing shit for? We're outside. You know the rule. If it lives outside, you do not kill it. How did you get? I enjoy it, Chris. So, they seem to enjoy it. Last one was a little long, so we'll try and cut it down a little bit next time. So. That was a juicy beetle, huh? I didn't say what was going on, Corey. I just said you weren't feeling good. But hey, I'm glad you're feeling. You seem to be feeling better, bud. But anything y'all want to talk about before we hop off here?
I will make sure he gets good footage of storms. Because we're supposed to be getting storms in like 2 hours. 2-ish hours. Hello? Yeah.
That's not what you said.
I will make sure that Dad gets some really cool footage of the storms that we're supposed to be getting soon. If y'all want that.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
You see this shitty team she's got on her
Hey!
chest? You see that?
They gotta see the back of it.
The murderer's on the back.
It's not the murder. Ray Lewis is not. He's the goat of my team, thank you. What'd they say?
Corey said hi, Dork.
Hi, Corey.
Ohana says hi, Caitlin, and Running Bear said the Ravens suck.
Hi, Ohana. And screw you, Eric.
Hey. He's a 49ers fan.
Yeah, I know. Who's that? Over. Oh, it is Baby. Baby's laying out.
Hey.
Over there. In the yard.
Oh, yeah.
Star of the show. Alright, here's Dad back. I'm gonna go grab the mail.
Willie said not as bad as the Packers.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dave, we've got storms coming tonight. They're not supposed to be too bad. Just Ohana says he's a Tennessee Titans fan. Well, you screw whoever you want to, I guess, but I'm not. She said the Titans suck ass, apparently. More power to them, I guess. All right, Corey, be safe, bud. We'll talk to you soon. On that note, y'all, I think I'm going to call it. We're going to head in here. I'll see y'all in Discord. If the storms get really good, I will pull up the cams and we'll see if we can get some stuff on the cams. And if not, I'll wrap myself in aluminum foil and go outside and play in lightning. How's that sound? But yeah, I'm gonna hop up here, go take my 6 o'clock meds, and figure out what we're doing for supper. Chris says they do, but it is what it is. They're supposed to do better this year, aren't they? They just got some decent quarterbacks down there. So thank you, DK. Be safe, bud. We'll talk to you on Discord. Chris, thank you. Appreciate that. We do try and make it worth your while here. I'm being summoned, so I must go. But y'all be safe, have a good night, and we'll talk to y'all again real soon. See you later.